Boom, and we're live, and it's 10 o'clock, and it's, what day is it? It's Wednesday. I'm forgetting even what day it is. Good evening, everybody. I saw someone jump on very quickly there. Fanny's here, straight in after. Good evening to you. For those who are watching on the replay, I keep forgetting to say good evening to you as well. Mehmet is here. Good evening to you. How are we doing? Who's that? Warren's here. Awesome. Lulu's here. Yeah, for those on the replay, thanks so much for tuning in. My name's Ross. Come and join us live next time. I scope twice a week now, on a Monday and a Wednesday evening at 10 PM. Good evening, Kat. On a Monday, we do something called Motivation and Mind Hacks, which is motivation and mind hacks to help you get further in your life faster. I'm an actor, a voiceover artist. A lot of people like Nina, who's coming on here, Matt, I've just seen, good evening, are actors as well. But the stuff that we talk about is applicable to anybody who is alive on the planet and is working towards achieving anything in their life. Wednesday evenings, we do something called Book Club, where we take a book over the course of a month and we read one chapter every Wednesday for 4 weeks, and then if you want to read the rest of the chapters, then you can go and buy it. This week we are looking at, for the second time, guys, I love this book. The more I read it, the more I fall in love with it. It's awesome. Jack Canfield's book called The Success Principles. Jack Canfield is an American entrepreneur, businessman, speaker, author, downright legend really. Took a business from zero to $80 million, from scratch, effectively, with no initial investment. It says on the back of the book here, Jack Canfield has taken all of his most successful techniques for self-improvement and combined them with the unique insights he gained while building an $80 million business from nothing. He's distilled the knowledge, into the concentrated genius of the success principles. Give me some hearts if you like the sound of that. Within minutes of reading this book, it says, you will want, hearts are coming through, and be able to apply its clear, direct, and indisputably effective principles to your own life. Finances, work, health, relationships, sport, or creativity, all can be vastly improved by using Jack Canfield's powerful life tools. So tonight, guys, we're looking at a powerful life tool of Jack's called the Rule of Five, which I love. One thing I love about this book, I mean, look how thick it is for a start. Okay, it's normally intimidating. Who would see a book like this on the shelf in Waterstones, shit their pants, and just go, "I'm not reading that. It's too much." Be honest, because I would normally be that person. I like books that are like, something like this, that are just like that. I go, okay, I can deal with that. I can't deal with that. What I love about this, Jack's book, is there's so many chapters in it, but they're all 3, 4, 5 pages. Nina's put this scary face on emoji, which is like this, because that's how I would feel, Nina, can't speak tonight. That's how I would feel if I was seeing it. I'm just having a look how many success principles there actually are. I think there's 64 chapters, but honestly, the majority of them, I think the longest one I can see is like 8 pages. So if you love reading in small chunks on the train, who gets public transport everywhere? I can't drive because of my eye condition, so I get the train everywhere. I love just having a little read of just one chapter, or listen to an audio book, just one chapter of it whilst I'm on the train or I'm going somewhere, I'm commuting. It's awesome. Kim, good evening, good to see you. We will give people just 30 seconds to join, 30 more seconds to join before we start reading this chapter called Practice the Rule of Five. It starts with a quote. Let me know if you agree with this. It says, success is the sum of small efforts repeated day in and day out. Good evening, Kim. So success is the sum of small efforts repeated day in and day out. And that's all it is. It's all it is, seriously. That is literally everything. When you're in the gym and you're getting, in better shape, you don't just get in the gym and then suddenly you've got a six-pack and big muscles. It's just it's the culmination of those small efforts consistently, time and time again. And that's a little bit about what this chapter's about. And I think most people on this scope, including myself, do what it talks about to a certain extent. Perseverance, says Nina, absolutely. I think we do what this is, we practice, guys. Most people here I know who are on this scope tonight. I think we do practice what this chapter is about. But this chapter delivers it in a different way. It puts a little twist on it. And I'd like people to join me in doing it this way for the next 7 days, and let's see if we make more progress. I am plugged in, Kim. I'm on aeroplane mode. I've got my coffee, but I've run out of syrup. But maybe that's a good thing. Maybe I'm getting too much sugar in my diet. So yeah, I've just got plain coffee tonight, but that'll do. So right, so this is principle 23, guys, and you'll see there. practice the rule of 5. So if you want to read more of Jack's principles and you're watching on the replay, you can click the link below this video and you can go through to Amazon and buy the book. So I will begin. It's only short. Settle in. Are you ready? Tell me when I'm settled in, and I'll begin. Just do some hearts going through. Everybody's ready. Right, okay, so he says, when Mark Victor Hansen, and don't worry about any of these names, okay? When Mark Victor Hansen and I, this was Jack's writing partner, published the first Chicken Soup for the Soul book. So you might, Warren says he's ready. Good on you, Warren. So you might have heard of Chicken Soup for the Soul. There's lots of books in that series now, but it started off just one book that Jack and his writing partner, Mark Victor Hansen, wrote together. And it's one of the greatest kind of personal development books that's ever been, really. We should do it on a book club for sure. But if you don't know what it is, go and just look at it after this scope, and you can read about it on, I'm guessing there's chickensoupforthesoul.com or something like that. You can read all about it. But he says, when he first published the book, Chicken Soup for the Soul, we were so eager and committed to making it a bestseller that we asked 15 best-selling authors, ranging from John Gray, who wrote Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus, and Barbara DeAngelis, who wrote Real Moments, to Ken Blanchard, The 1 Minute Manager, and Scott Peck, The Road Less Travelled. These are books that I haven't read either. I need to look at these. They asked them for their guidance and advice anyway, okay? We received a ton of valuable information about what to do and how to do it. Next, we visited with book publishers and marketing gurus like Dan Poynter, who gave us even more great information. Then we bought and read John Kramer's 1001 Ways to Market Your Book. So they did all this research into books, how they would market it, asked all the top guys how they would do it. After all that, we were overwhelmed. Okay, we were overwhelmed with possibilities, and to tell the truth, we became a little crazy. We didn't know where to start. Plus, we both had our speaking and seminar businesses to run, so they both had other businesses to run. So who's looked at something that they want to do and looked at the big picture before and then gone, oh God, like, and you might have asked advice, and I tell people that, don't I? You always say, you know, don't try and do things, you know, without any kind of guidance. Go out and find someone who's got what you've got, or got what you want, sorry, what you want to get, and ask them how they've done it, and then copy that. But sometimes when you do that, that person's so many leaps ahead of you, they go, oh right, all you need to do is this, and this, and now that should work for you. And you're left thinking, oh my God, like, I don't even know how to do like step 1 of that. And then once I've done step 1, I've got to do this, and this to carry on. And you get overwhelmed. Who's with me on that? Have you been there? I definitely have. When I first got into web development, I didn't know how to even put like a website online, like it literally buy the domain name. I didn't know how you would buy www. whatever. So when I went and asked somebody how you run a website, they went, oh yeah, get your domain name, you buy your server, you do all that, you need to install cPanel, get a server manager to run this for you, install WordPress, okay, then you're going to need some plugins, then you get your theme, you design your graphics, then you do this payment gateway, and you go, oh my God, I don't even know how to buy the name. I don't even know how to buy actonthis.tv. I didn't know how to buy it. So you go, this is too much, okay, this is like, I'm overwhelmed, thus, it feels painful, and I'm going to run away from it. I don't want to do any of that. It's much safer to jump down into my little hole of despair where my life is still shit, but it feels safe and I'm comfortable down here. You know, it's fine, no one can get me. So, he goes on anyway. He says, we sought the advice of a guy called Ron Scolastico. What a great name. Ron Scolastico, a wonderful teacher who told us, if you would go every day to a very large tree and take 5 swings at it with a very sharp axe, eventually, no matter how large the tree, it would have to come down. And Jack says, how very simple, yet how very true. Out of that, we developed what we have called the rule of 5. Okay, and this is where it's different to how I normally kind of would go about my goals here, guys. This simply means that every day we do 5 specific things that will move our goal toward completion. Okay, 5 specific things. With the goal of getting chicken, this is interesting now, he goes how they did this for Chicken Soup for the Soul. With the goal of getting Chicken Soup for the Soul to the top of the New York Times bestseller list, it meant having 5 radio interviews, or sending 5 review copies to editors who might review the book, or calling 5 network marketing companies and asking them to buy the book as a motivational tool for their salespeople, or giving a seminar to at least 5 people and selling the book in the back of the room. On some days we would simply send out 5 free copies to people listed in the celebrity address book, people like Harrison Ford, Barbara Streisand, Paul McCartney, Steven Spielberg and Sidney Poitier. As a result of that one activity, I ended up meeting Sidney Poitier at his request, and we later learned that the producer of the television show Touched by an Angel required all of the people working on the show to read Chicken Soup for the Soul to put them in the right frame of mind. One day we sent copies of the book to all jurors in the O.J. Simpson trial. This is interesting. A week later we received a nice letter from Judge Lance thanking us for thinking of the jurors who were sequestered and not allowed to watch television or read the newspaper. The next day 4 of the jurors were spotted reading the book by the press, and that led to some valuable public relations for the book. We made phone calls to people who could review the book. We wrote press releases. We called into talk shows, some at 3 a.m. in the morning. We gave away free copies at our talks. We sent them to ministers to use as a source of talks for their sermons. We gave free Chicken Soup for the Soul talks at churches. We did book signings at any bookstore that would have us. We asked businesses to make bulk purchases for their employees. We got the book into the PXs on the military bases. Don't know what they are, but they got to the military. We asked our fellow speakers to sell the book at their talks. We asked seminar companies to put it in their catalogues. We bought a directory of catalogues and asked all the appropriate ones to carry the book. We visited gift shops and card shops and asked them to carry the book. We even got gas stations, bakeries and restaurants to sell the book. It was a lot of effort, a minimum of 5 things a day, every day, day in and day out for over 2 years. So what do you think their results would have been like? I'm going to read the results to you. And what do you think the results will be like in your life if you did this? Because I don't think I'm taking this much action. I might do like 5 things a day. Obviously we do 5 things in our lives a day. But I don't think I specifically write down 5 specific actions per day to reach my goal. And think about what they could be for you. I reckon I might do 1 or 2, because I write down the night before the next day 3 anticipated wins for the next day, but it's just 3, and it's not necessarily specific actions that I'm taking. So I don't think I do this enough. It says, was it worth it? Well, do you think it was worth it, first of all? What do you reckon the outcome was? 5 little things a day for 2 years when you try to sell a book. Reckon it was worth it? Reckon it was good? Anyone got any ideas? Yes, of course. Scott. Well, it's not going to be not worth it, is it? There'd be no point in writing the book otherwise. So yeah, I guess it's quite obvious. It says, was it worth it? The book eventually sold over 8. I'll tell you in a sec, Warren. Warren said, what are my wins for today? I'll tell you in a sec. The book eventually sold over 8 million copies in 39 languages. Okay, did it happen overnight? No. We didn't make a bestseller list until over a year after the book came out. So it wasn't instant success that they got, but it was a sustained effort of the rule of 5 for over 2 years that led to the success. 1 action at a time, 1 book at a time, 1 reader at a time. But slowly, over time, each reader told another reader, and eventually, like a slow building chain letter, the word was spread and the book became a huge success. What Time magazine called the publishing phenomenon of the decade. It was less of a publishing phenomenon, and more of a phenomenon of persistent effort. Thousands of individual activities that all added up to 1 large success. Last little bit, and some of the stats here will blow your mind. In Chicken Soup for the Gardener's Soul, okay, this was a different version of the book, so for gardeners specifically. In Chicken Soup for the Gardener's Soul, Geraldine Edwards describes the day her daughter Carolyn took her to Lake Arrowhead. I'd never seen this till I googled it today, okay, but I don't know if anyone's ever been there, but Lake Arrowhead, to see a wonder of nature. Fields and fields of daffodils that extend for as far as the eye can see. It's unbelievable. As far as the eye can see, from the top of the mountain sloping down for many, many acres across folds and valleys between the trees and bushes following the terrain, there are rivers of daffodils in radiant bloom, a literal carpet of every hue of the colour yellow, from the palest ivory to the deepest lemon to the most vivid salmon orange. There appear to be over 1 million daffodil bulbs planted in this beautiful rural scene. It takes your breath away. Kat, I missed your comment. Say it again in a sec when I finish this. So literally, this is like a carpet of daffodils for as far as you could see, guys. As they hiked into the centre of the magical place, they eventually stumbled on a sign that read, "Answers to the questions I know you are asking." The first answer was 1 woman, 2 hands, 2 feet, and very little brain. The second was 1 at a time. The third started in 1958. So obviously the questions people were asking is, who planted these? Well, 1 woman, 2 hands, 2 feet, and very little brain. How did she do this? The second answer was 1 at a time. And when did she start? Well, the third answer that started in 1958. 1 woman had forever changed the world over a 40-year period, 1 bulb at a time. What might you accomplish if you were to do a little bit, 5 things every day for the next 40 years? Stunning, you said. Sounds beautiful. It's awesome. You Google it. Google some pictures of it. It's called Lake Arrowhead. But yeah, so what might you accomplish if you did 5 things a day towards your goal for the next 40 years, towards the accomplishment of your goal? If you wrote 5 pages a day, that would be 73,000 pages of text, the equivalent of 243 books at 300 pages each. So when people go, oh, I'd like to write a book, you could write 243 of 300-page books if you just wrote 5 pages a day. I mean, this book is like, how many pages is this? It's ridiculously big, isn't it? But this is like 500 pages. You know, so you could write, what, like over 100 books this size if you wrote 5 pages a day. If you saved £5 a day, that would be £73,000. Enough for 4 round-the-world trips. Well, there'd be bloody big round-the-world trips as well. If you invested £5 a day with compound interest at only 6% a year, at the end of 40 years, you'd have amassed a small fortune of around £305,000 by just putting £5 a day away. The rule of 5, pretty powerful little principle, wouldn't you agree? And that's how the chapter ends. These are just such simple little tasks, you know, simple little chapters, things to implement into your life, but could have a massive impact. So what I want to do for the next week until next Wednesday, next book club, is those who are up for it, write down our 5 things for the day in the Facebook group. And I'm going to do this as well. I'll start off tonight doing this. I'll think of the 5 things that I need to do tomorrow. And they can be not just in your acting career, things you just want to get done in your life. And they might be just, you know, just things, anything, physical goals, mental goals, career goals, relationship goals, you know, whatever. Let's write them down and let's just see if attacking them 5 at a time as opposed to 1 or 2 here or there, if we get shit done faster and we start having more success. Who's up for it? I'm going to do it. I'm more than happy to do that. Let me know if you're up for it as well, and we'll do it. We can start tonight in the Facebook group. For those who aren't part of the Facebook group, Kat says definitely come and join the Facebook group. It's facebook.com/groups/actOnThisTV. And also, if you want to get specifically into the mindset of stuff, we've got another group called Bulletproof Actor. Yes, I'll have a go, says Nina, and that's at facebook.com/groups/Bulletproof Actor. Come and request to join. I'm up for it, definitely. Warren, are you in or what? I know Warren's still knocking around. Kim, let us know if you're in. Lulu, everybody, come and join the Facebook group. If you're watching this on the replay, you've got no excuse either, because there's still going to be days left if you've watched this within 7 days of me publishing it. So yeah, let us know if you'd be up for that. But it's awesome, honestly. I can't recommend Jack's book enough. He always finishes off the little chapters like that as well, giving you some pretty stunning examples of what you could achieve. Warren says he's in, of what you could achieve if you implemented these kind of things, you know. So like I say, you know, 5 pages a day of a book you could write, what did he say, 243 books. It's like 73,000 pages. Kim says she's up for it. I just think it's interesting, you know. We've all got our own little things that we do, goal setting and how we tackle our goals and things like that, and I've never done it this way before, so it would be interesting to do that and see you know, see what the outcome is, you know, see what we can do. Warren, you asked me before what my 3 wins for today were. So they were, if I could get into my phone I could read you them exactly, but on Periscope on my phone. So they were, I'm on a little bit of a one-man mission at the moment, because for those who are in the Bulletproof Actor group, and we did the blab last week, will know that I'm having a bit of a fight with the local council over planning permission, with a local developer to build a block of apartments. I only want one of them. It's not my development, but the planning commission keep giving terrible. It's been like this for about 3 years or so. They've been fighting it, and I'd had enough as a local resident who wanted to buy one of these apartments. And I was like, right, I'm going to set an online petition up, and I'm going to get 250 signatures on that petition by the planning meeting, which is tomorrow. Broke that tonight. That was one of my anticipated wins. I think it was on like 244 for the whole day almost. Now we're on over 250. The other thing was to finish my speech, which I'm actually been invited to the council meeting tomorrow night by the building company to give a 3-minute speech. They only give you 3 minutes. It's bloody ridiculous. To go and speak for 3 minutes on why this proposal should go ahead. So I've written my speech out, sent it to the developers. They said it was outstanding. I'm like, sweet, we're going to smash this. They might not give planning permission anyway. It's supposed to be brown belt land or green belt land and stuff that they're... It's not. It's a total shithole, this land, and no one can enjoy it. And this developer's going to turn it into like a woodland area with some beautiful apartments in it. And I'm like, right, I'm in. It's right on the railway line. Absolutely awesome, which is good. And the other thing, my anticipated win today, was to buy the camera equipment for the super high quality video interviews that I'm going to start doing in a couple of weeks. So today I bought 2 tripods, 3 memory cards, 2 cameras and 2 lenses. It's not all the kit I need to buy, but it's just the kit that I needed to buy today. So they were my wins, and they're off the list. Punched them off, so I've got to write another 3 wins for tomorrow. Anyone else do this? And let me know if you wrote 3 wins down for the day last night and whether you've done them. And I don't do them every day, by the way. I write them down every day. Sometimes my anticipated wins don't come off, and that's totally fine. You can either roll them over for the next day, or you can change them. But it just sets you up for kind of knowing what you're going to tackle. And I don't know, sometimes there's things that I can't explain happen. Like, the things that I write down just kind of happen. Like the signatures on the petition today. It was at like 224 or something last night. I was like, I know we can get some more. I just took it for granted they'd come in, and they've come in through the day, and it's now over 250. So let me know if you do this. If you don't, do it. It's powerful. At the end of every night, and I say it all the time, and people preach it all the time, but I don't think they practice it. They go, oh yeah, that's great, and they'll tell other people to do it, but they don't do it themselves. It goes like this. It's 3 things you're grateful for from the day, 3 anticipated wins for tomorrow. Way to go, Ross, says Warren. Cheers, Warren. We're gonna take the planning committee down, not physically, for the record. There'll be no violence used. But yeah, we're gonna try and get this through, because I think it'll be a great development for the area, and I couldn't sit back and just see it being overruled again and again and again by people in the committee who aren't even from this constituency or, you know, from this area. I'm like, you guys don't know what it's like, and this land has sat there derelict for 20 years. No one's done anything with it. It's about time we develop it, and they're going to develop woodland that they're going to give to the local school. The local school kids can benefit from that. It opens up this greenbelt land that's currently fenced off, and it gives it to the community, which is awesome. So yeah, fighting them for it. So maybe I should do 5 things to fight them to get them to build the development. But yeah, that's mine. But yeah, do it, guys. Write down straight after this scope 3 things that you're grateful for from today, 3 anticipated wins for tomorrow, 3 things that you want to go right tomorrow. Like I said, they don't always go right, and you don't always do it. It doesn't matter. That's now you get on. I will, Nina. I've got to get. It's like there's gonna be like 60 councillors there, so I've got to stand up and give me a little speech out. It'd be like doing a Periscope, but I'll actually have people I can see in front of me going, "Here you go. Let me read you this." But it's just 3 minutes, and I think they're proper anal. They like cut you off after 3 minutes. You've got a stopwatch. Going, what is this like? This is some sort of medieval shit. It shouldn't be like that, but it is. That's how councils work these days. Still, unfortunately, it's like the dark ages. But I will let you know how I get on. So that's it for tonight, guys. Yeah, get the book if you've not got it. I don't know how much it was. It says it's 15 quid on the back of the book, but they're never the price they say on the back of the book. When you go on Amazon, I'm sure you'll get this for about a tenner. And Jack Canfield's a really top guy. You can tweet him and he normally tweets back, or you can Instagram him. It's at @JackCanfield_official or something like that. Tell him that. I will, Warren, definitely. One day you'll have to show us your office. Well, it's this. This is it, really. I've got a bookshelf. This isn't real. There's a little secret for you. That's fake. I think that's about £1.50 from IKEA. It took me about 30 minutes to choose it, though. IKEA had an abundance of plants in that night. I didn't know what was going to be too big, too small, or whatever on here. Got a bookshelf. Got my little Simpsons figures here because I'm a total geek. They're Lego Simpsons figures. People just buy me them because they think I like the Simpsons. I do, but I've not watched it in years. Got more books here. Got the bobblehead that you've all seen. These, here's a little secret. Kim says she loved the plastic flower. Nothing in them. Totally for show. Nothing in them whatsoever. They're another IKEA special. I wonder if I can give you some more bulletproof secrets. See if I've got anything. I've got anything else. I've literally got nothing else. I love my monkey pictures. Here, I've got some postcards down here that I never used. Got these here. Never used these. These were going to go in these frames behind me. Never used them. That one, what's that say? Call me. No one ever calls me. Monkey giving a kiss. He's having a great time. That's hilarious. That's a good one, isn't it? I should put that one up. That's basically how most of us feel when Ross is going on a rant or doing a Periscope. Love art, jelly beans, more sweetie hearts. More, they're bloody big on sweethearts, aren't they? That's a good one. He's just contemplating his life and thinking about what the next book club's going to be. That's what he's doing. Some more love arts. What's that? Sweetheart. Some more love art. The big IKEA are big on love hearts. So these are, you get packs of postcards from IKEA for like 90p, and then you buy these frames that are like a quid or something like that, and then you put them up. Makes it look like you've got a really plush office, when really it's all like Acorn Antiques. The set's all wobbly, falling down, and full of boxes that don't even have anything in. So yeah, I'm keeping it real, basically, showing you the glamour of the atsonthis.tv/Bulletproof Actor office. Maybe, I think everyone on these scopes should do their own scopes and show us around their place, just for a laugh. Who else Periscopes here? Is anyone else Periscope, or would anyone else want to do it? Because I think it'd be cool. We can all tune in. We've got a ready-made family here of viewers. Thanks for that, says Kim. Anytime, Kim, not a problem. Also, these posters, these are from a company called Startup Vitamins, and they're brilliant. They give me these for free because they sponsor a lot of the shows that I do. Velcroed to the wall, so you can just swap them out. So I basically stuck pieces of Velcro onto the wall, Velcro onto the back of the posters, whip it off, Velcro on all the posters over here, whack a new one on. This one's been up for too long, hasn't it? It's been up for about 6 months. I need to get a new one. Put it on our list of 5. Yeah, get it on your list of 5, Warren. Do a Periscope. I would if I knew what to talk about. What? Look at me. I don't even know what I'm talking about now. Just waffling on. Load of nonsense. But it's good, isn't it? Not my nonsense, just the fact that we can literally broadcast live video for free to the world. You've never had it easier to get yourself out there. It's never been easier to promote yourself. It's never been easier online to make money if you're delivering value. You won't if you're delivering crap. But you've just got an abundance of technology out there that you can use to your advantage. Use it, and I can't wait. I'm going to send an email out surveying people in the Acts on This TV community and the Bulletproof Actor community soon on this whole business idea. If there are actors out there who have always wanted to create a business and they don't know how to go about it. I know Warren is raring to go with his hamper business, but yeah, I'm going to be surveying people so that I can start developing this program on literally, you know, kind of the actorpreneur blueprint it will be of how you can create a business from scratch very easily, like a business in a box, effectively, that you can create over a weekend to at least get some momentum up and start you going. So look out for an email from that soon, and that might involve you getting on Periscope to promote your business. Warren says definitely. Awesome, guys. Well, I'm going to sign off. I'm going to go and upload this scope, finish my coffee off, and get ready to fight the council tomorrow. Cheers, Kat. Says good luck tomorrow. Make them minutes count. Yeah, well, I timed myself before for the speech. 3 minutes and 4 seconds I can do it in. So they better not cut me off at the 3 minute mark. Otherwise, I'll just go shh. I'll just give them the last 3 seconds of it. Might be a bit patronising. Maybe they would kill me and kick me out of the meeting. Quite like to do a networking site for up here. It's a doddle, Kim. It's a doddle. Well, it's not actually. It's actually it's a doddle now. I can show you. It wasn't for me to start with. I promise you. It was pretty overwhelming, and I did. I've done everything wrong. Like anything you can get wrong in terms of business and developing online like sites and just a presence, I've done wrong at one state or another. And I think I'm kind of getting it more right as I go along. There's still loads, big way to go for me, I think. But yeah. I can show you how to do it without making any of those mistakes. Maybe a Periscope each on our own personal journey. Yeah, that'd be interesting. Definitely, you could do that. I just think it's great. And also, add me on Snapchat, guys. I'm starting to Snapchat more and more. Still not doing it as much as I should be, but it's at Ross A. Grant again, same as Periscope and Twitter. Add me on Snapchat. I put out some like stories every day, so when I'm doing voiceovers and stuff, I'll show people around the studio, show people how it works, and introduce you to agents. Anything to do with the acting stuff, and just my own life mucking about as well. I went for a coffee with Chris Stone last night, the director. Snapchat us eating sushi in Asda's car park at 17 minutes past midnight. Because that's how we roll. But follow me, and I'll follow you back. I like to see more into your lives and what you're doing. What's the A for? Oh, Andrew, my middle name. Ross, because every time I wanted Ross Grant, couldn't get it. Obviously, there's some other sod out there with Ross Grant. So A is Andrew, my middle name. Ross A. Grant. So it's not. I should have said it's like something dead exciting, like Air Ross. I don't know. Something sounds well better than that. Follow me back. I can see you now. Yeah, I'll follow everybody and Snapchat me your stuff and what's going on, and I'll try and be as active as I can on it. It takes over your life, doesn't it? When you're tweeting all the time, you're Facebooking all the time, you're Periscoping all the time, you're Snapchatting all the time. So I wouldn't have time to eat and drink. How dare he? Mine is Rose. Rose? What are you talking about, Kim? Oh, your middle name? Yeah. Kim R. Hunt. There you go. Kim Rose Hunt. It's like that sounds like somebody out of Downton Abbey, doesn't it? Ladies and gentlemen, here is Mrs. Kim Rose Hunt. Yeah, my web developer's called Hugo Ashmore. I think that's a proper Downton Abbey name. Imagine, I hereby give you Hugo Ashmore. He's not in Downton Abbey, and he's not an actor, he's a web developer, but he's a sound bloke. Right, I'm just waffling on now. I'm definitely going. Kim says, yeah, it does. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for watching, everybody in the replay. Appreciate you all. Please write down 3 things you're grateful for from the day and 3 anticipated wins for tomorrow. And then let's all do this 5, rule of 5. 5 things we're going to attack for the next 7 days. Let's just see if it works out. Hugo is a proper Downton Abbey name, without a doubt. And I'll see you in the Facebook group, guys. Again, for those who haven't joined yet, facebook.com/groups/act on this TV. See you soon. Button Moon. It says, Cat, can't think of a better sign off than that. Rock and roll. Button Moon used to bloody love it. See you soon. Button Moon. Bye-bye.